I don't know who needs to hear this, but they are going to talk anyway. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, the normal people that do nothing but gossip, they are going to talk anyway. They're going to talk whether you're rich. They're going to talk whether you're poor. They're going to talk whether you have a little bit or whether you want more. They are going to talk. So why do you care about what they say? Who are they anyway? Fuck those people. It doesn't matter what they say. I'm here to tell you that you have to stop caring about what people think. And I'm not just talking about your family and friends. I'm also talking about the people on social media as well. Okay? Nothing's more weirder than that person that tells you everything they see you doing on social media, but you never see that person like any of your stuff. That's one of them ones. I wonder what she's up to. Why does she do that? What does he think he's up to? Those are the ones talking about you behind the scenes. And you got to know that and choose to show up and show out anyway. Yeah, I know you're talking. I'm going to show up and I'm going to show out anyway. You got to be dedicated to living life on your own terms. If you need advice, I always tell people, if you need advice on having the courage to live life on your own terms, go visit a graveyard and ask yourself, out of all the people in the graveyard, ask yourself how many of these people live their lives worrying about what other people thought of them. And I'm willing to bet you the vast majority of them. Because all you got to do is hear the conversations of the average person and you'll see that the average person does nothing but talk about other average people. Very few people talk about ideas most of the time. See, I like to surround myself around individuals that are talking about ideas rather than people that are talking about other people. Unless they're talking about the amazing ideas these other people have. You got to get outside of your social conditioning. Social conditioning can be found in the average conversation that you have on a consistent basis. Social conditioning can be seen by observing the places that you spend the most time in, the people that you spend the most time with, the conversations that you're having most of the time, the music you're watching most of the time, the TV shows you're watching most of the time, or should I say the content that you're consuming most of the time is a reflection of your social conditioning. And most importantly, the excuses that you make most of the time. If you can't get out of your own way and stop making excuses as to why you can't live life on your own terms, you'll never live life on your own terms. You know, a few days ago, I made a video about people who allow their parents to control them. And it's very true. So many adults are allowing their parents to control them. You know, adults allowing other adults to control them. This is the institution of obligation. I broke free from that a long time ago. If you know anything about my story, you know that I come from a very broken home. And people laugh when I say this, but I tell people this very often. I believe it was a blessing in disguise that I come from a broken home. And the reason why I say that it's a blessing in disguise to come from a broken home is because it taught me emotional intelligence. I don't care about what my parents think of me. I don't have this burden over my head of wondering about what my granddaddy think of me, or what my siblings think of me, or what the neighbors think of me, or what, I dropped out of school in the 9th or 10th grade. I can't even remember, but I don't have the burden of worrying about what my classmates thought of me. I don't have the burden of worrying about what you think of me. I don't care about what you think of me. That's freedom. I'd rather be me any day than to be you. That's freedom. Okay? But a lot of people that you know, have been raised in certain environments care too much about what their family thinks, what their society thinks, what their church members thinks, their coworkers think. I don't have coworkers. I don't have the burden of worrying about what my coworkers think. Anything that I felt like was a burden, I got rid of it. I walk away from anything that does not meet the version of myself that I have chosen to be. I don't even have the burden of wondering about what my old friends think of me because I don't care about what anybody thinks. That is freedom. That is a rich life, in my opinion. It's rich. I don't even know what day it is, but it's the middle of the day. I'm out here in nature. Why? Because I want to be in nature. I have a high-rise office that I could go to anytime, but I'm choosing to come out here in nature. My phone stays, not this phone, but my other phone stays on do not disturb most of the time, and I force people to text me. See, this is how you control your reality. I control my reality. You can't get to me simply by picking up the phone. If I allow you to just disturb my day, if I allow my phone to be on, off of do not disturb all day, I'm allowing the external world to decide when it wants to interrupt me. You can't interrupt me. There's only 5 or 6 people in the world that have this phone number. Okay, now those people, I don't mind them interrupting me. Okay, but my other phone that's for the world, I control how I want people to interact with me. You can't just call me in the middle of the day. I'm controlling my world. Okay, there's only a handful of people that has ever been to my home. Why? Because I don't let everybody into my home. I'm controlling my world. You don't have the luxury of doing that because you're on somebody else's time clock, getting somebody else's money, and you're trapped inside the institution of obligation. Now, if you do have that luxury, which anybody can choose that luxury, it's something I chose. Nobody gave it to me. I chose to live my life this way. I chose to have time freedom. I chose to put myself in a position to where I can come out in nature or do whatever I want any time of the day without asking anybody for permission. Today I'm in a white t-shirt. Tomorrow I might be in a suit. That's how I choose to live my life. That's how I choose to show up. This is freedom. I'm not bothering anybody and I don't let anybody bother me. I reduce my stress to a minimum. And I reduce my stress to a minimum by controlling how the external world gets to affect me. All of my social media timelines are curated specifically to show me things that I'm interested in. If it's not things that I'm interested in, I keep it out of my algorithm. I don't sit on the phone. I'm not loyal to anybody like that to sit on the phone and listen to them complain about their life all day long. So I don't have that burden either. You only got a couple of times to complain about the same thing and not do anything about it, and I'm gonna stop picking up the phone anyway. And that's not to be a bad person. It's because I value my inner peace more than I value you. And I mean that with the utmost respect. I value my inner peace more than I value you. And that should be humbling. And if you value your inner peace more than you value other people, my God, all of a sudden you're living a life of inner peace. But if you're not showing love to yourself and you're too busy trying to please the world, what does that say about you? I got in this habit one time of trying to convince people that I had a lot of money. Now I don't give a fuck. I'd rather just have the money than buy things to try to convince you that I have it. Who cares what you think about me? It does not matter. I realized that the more I tried to convince people of this and this and this, the more I allowed the external world to control me. It's about Me deciding how I want to live my life every single day. That's freedom. That's a rich life. That's how you use manifestation for a rich life. A lot of people don't talk about it that way, but I control the information that I allow to flow into my mind. I control the amount of people that I allow to have access to me at any given time. I control the people that, I control who I allow to enter my reality. I don't just allow any old person to enter my reality. You can't get me that way. So it's hard for somebody like myself to be affected. But it took years of courage to say, this is the way I'm choosing to live my life. Okay? Creating reality. A lot of people don't talk about it like this, but creating reality means controlling reality, not just the reality at large. I'm talking about if you can't control your personal space, you have no control over your reality. Think about that. Creating and control are the same thing, which is why most people who talk about the law of attraction talk about co-creating. See, they co-creating because they haven't accessed their full power yet. See, most people are trapped inside the institution of obligation. Most people are using the law of attraction to create things that they think other people are going to appreciate them creating. Like, even if they get something like, something that's expensive, right? Something that's rare. A lot of times we get it because we think some people gonna look at us a certain way if we get it. And I'm not saying I'm against that, because I'm not. I love luxury things. Nature is the ultimate luxury, by the way. But for me, it's about control. Having control over my personal reality. Okay, your PR. Do you have control over your PR? Do you have control over your PR, your personal reality? Okay, if you can't even decide who gets to come to your house or not, and who can't come, you don't have control over your personal reality. If you can't even decide what you want, what content you want to consume when you go on a social media platform, you don't have no control over your reality. So you can't create reality. How can you consciously create reality if you can't even control your personal reality? How? How, Craig? How? Tell me. How can you create reality if you have no control over your personal reality? That is impossible. I mean, it's not impossible because I'm a backtrack. It's not impossible. It's just that you're still creating reality. You're just doing it at a weaker, unconscious level. But there's a way to consciously create it. Okay? Consciously creating. I'm consciously manifesting thousands and thousands and thousands of people, specific type of people, not just anybody. I don't want just any kind of subscribers. I want the best subscribers. I want subscribers that really, really resonate with my content. Okay, a lot of people just say, you know what, give me 1 million subscribers on YouTube. What if they're the wrong million people? I don't want the wrong million. I want the right millions of people subscribing to my YouTube channel, the right thousands of people subscribing to my YouTube channel. I want to be around the right people that resonate with me and my message, not just any people. My God, I'm not that desperate. I talk to people say sometimes, man, you only get a little bit of views on your YouTube video. I said, I don't want all the views. I just want the people that's meant to see the video to see the video. I don't care about going viral. I care about going viral in the minds and the hearts of the right people. See, the people that choose to follow me, somebody like me that's free, I'm what you call a free man walking. Somebody like me that's free and people decide to follow me, you're a special type of person. You are a special type of individual if you choose to follow somebody like me, because I don't care about you like that. And that's the best way I can care about you. Think about that. Think about what I said. It doesn't benefit me if you subscribe to the channel or not. It's supposed to benefit you. If you don't see benefit in the channel, don't subscribe to the channel. I already got the benefit. My benefit is not you subscribing to the channel. My benefit is me having the freedom to come out here and create the video in the first place. I already won. By the time you watch this video, I've already created it, and the physical version of me is off doing something else. Think about that. I'm consciously creating my reality. I'm only using technology to consciously create my reality. That's power. Choosing. Every video I create allows me to communicate with thousands of people all across the world without having to physically interact with anybody that much. Although I am going to do an invite, I am going to invite you guys out to Georgia to come hike in nature with me. Let me know below the video if you made it this far. Let me know in the video if you would be interested in coming out here and hiking and doing a walking mastermind with me in Georgia. If you're interested, let me know below the video if you made it this far. Most people won't even make it this far. I see so many people try to figure out, what do I need to say in the video to keep people watching? I see they dropped off around the 2-minute mark. No, just keep being yourself. And the ones that ain't meant to see the rest of the video, they're going to drop off. And the ones that are your type of people, they're going to stick around. I don't give a damn who drops off the video. This message is for me. That's power. That is power. And I wouldn't change it for the world, baby. So if you find value in the video, click the subscribe button. If you don't, adios amigos. And if you want to go deeper, go to mindmastersociety.com. I got some content there that can help you out. And most importantly, you can get in a private mastermind group with me, and I'll coach you as a group. mindmastersociety.com.